Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to the next episode of Let's Answer Some Questions. Post questions below, I'll answer them next week. Let's get started. Um, Not that many questions this week actually. So probably won't be too long of a video. So let's get started. Spider-Man Zane asks, what would you do if you saw Ultimate Spider-Man die, and he did die in issue 106? I probably honestly would not really care because I'm not really attached to the Ultimate Spider-Man series at all, so I probably would have forgotten about it within an hour. Danger Zone 125 asks, have you ever heard your way of talking to be philosophical or Yoda-like? Not really. Some like features or whatever of my way of talking, I guess, that I have noted or whatever. Um, I when I talk to people, I exclusively kind of like refer to them in the third person. So like if I'm talking to a guy named Bob or whatever, and I'm asking him what type of food he likes, I would say, "What type of food does Bob like?" or something like that. And I do it, and I have sort of subconsciously kind of I will rearrange the adjective and the noun of a sentence. So like instead of saying I am going upstairs, I will say upstairs I am going. So that might be a bit Yoda-like, I guess. Um, but not really, I guess. He also asks, do you prefer doing LPs blind or not blind? Um, it really just depends on the game, really. Like, there are certain games that I feel like doing blind or whatever, kind of benefits, and there are certain games where I think that it's not really that great of an idea. Um, so like games like Resident Evil and Snatcher, horror games and adventure games, um, I feel are pretty nice because our you know person not playing it before, they might get scared easily, or a game like Snatcher, like an adventure game, having to figure out the puzzles or whatever, basically for the first time, that may be also pretty interesting. And like a game like Shattered Dimensions or whatever, I'm pretty known for my Spider-Man-ness or whatever, so seeing my first reaction to that might be pretty cool. But like when it comes to like recording or whatever, oftentimes because oftentimes like lately I haven't really been able to record until like really late at night, so I only get like an hour or so to record. Um, and like for a game that I'm not doing blind, it's a lot easier to like know how long to how long I need to record until I get to something interesting. If that makes sense. Like with a game like Spyro, I know, oh, I can just record 20 minutes or whatever, and I know that what I'll be able to record will be something interesting to show off or whatever. But like with a game like Resident Evil and Shattered Dimensions, I've never played them before, so for all I know, to actually get to something interesting, I might actually like, or to even make any progress, I might need to like spend a good hour or two or whatever. So if that makes sense. So it's sometimes like my my ignorance of the game or whatever. Sometimes it'll put me off of it. If that makes sense. But for the most part, they're both equally as fun. Some guy 452 asks, where did you get your PSX emulator, and where do you get emulator games? Um, the PlayStation 1 emulators that I use are both there's PSX and there's also EPSXE. Um, I'm pretty sure if you just go to emulatorzone.org or something like that, you can get them both. Um, if not, just like go to like their actual websites. Um, and I'm pretty sure like the EPSXE website will have like plugins and whatnot like already there for you, because you'll need those. And I actually very early on, I want to say like 2009 or whatever, I actually did a tutorial on how to like configure EPSXE a while back, so it might not be that relevant, but you might want to check it out. And for ROMs or whatever, or ISOs, um, usually Emu Paradise or Cool ROMs will be able to hook you up or whatever. Dorian SV Games asks, "What is your favorite band?" Um, for the longest time, I probably would say like all time or whatever, because of like the impact that they've sort of had on me. Um, Rage Against the Machine for a while there was in my head a lot, um, and I truly loved them. But recently, I've been getting into about like a year or two ago. Um, I came across a band called Skyclad. They're folk metal, and they were pretty awesome. And about a year ago, I came across a band named Sabbath. It was lead vocalist, is the same lead vocalist of Skyclad. So that was pretty awesome. And they're like thrash metal or whatever, and their lyrics are incredible, I would say. And I would say that I would possibly put them as my favorite at the moment. Punk Rocket 69 asks, "What's your favorite Grand Theft Auto game?" Probably San Andreas. I've never played the first two. I played very, very little of 3. Um, I think Vice City and 4 are amazing, but I think San Andreas is just like near perfection. 767 Scarecrow asks, "Thanks for answering my question, Liquid. Um, who's your favorite Spider-Man voice actor?" Um, not really sure. I don't really keep up with all the Spider-Man voice actors or whatever. I guess Tobey Maguire, for like the movie games or whatever, did a pretty good job. Um, so I guess I'll go with him. And last but not least, Spider Pig Ben 10. Spider Pig Ben 10 asks, "Why do you do your Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions LP so slowly?" Um, just take into account that I'm doing 4 LPs at once. If I just focused on Shattered Dimensions, then I'll get people wanting more Castlevania, Resident Evil, or Spyro. Um, and like I explained before with the blind LP thing, you know, I'm not really sure how long it's going to take me to do a level, so I need to like make sure I've got like all the time I can, or whatever. And also, there is like the feeling of I would just rather record something that I'm familiar with rather than just like go into something blindly. Which admittedly for Spider-Man, it's not like playing it blindly really has any negative, like it's not like I'll be able, it's not like there's any puzzles that I'll need to think about or anything, but um just like sometimes I would just rather record Spyro or something because I've made it somewhat clear in that LP at least that I very much like that game. So just be patient, and I'll get back to it or whatever. And another thing actually is that Shattered Dimensions actually takes a good long time to actually get rendered. So for some reason, that's also a good thing that kind of will put me off of it sometimes. But just be patient, and I'll get around to recording it soon, and everyone will rejoice. So yeah, and that's all the questions for this week. Till next time, post questions below. I'll answer them next week. And yeah, Liquid out.